Hi, I'm mystery novelist Margot Kimberg. Come on in, have a seat, and I'll read you a dark little story that I wrote. It's called FaceTime. Mom! Shelby's insistent call echoed down the stairs. There's nothing like being 14 to turn a kid's voice into a weapon. And bad timing, too. Just when Gina was trying to finish the expense report she'd promised to upload that day. What? Gina called back. The internet's not working. Gina glanced at her own internet icon, cursed, pushed her home office chair back, and hurried upstairs. Shelby was stretched across her bed, staring at her tablet, her dark curls hiding her face. She looked up when Gina got to the bedroom door. You have to fix this. I'm supposed to be on a FaceTime. All right, let me see what's going on. Gina reached her hand out for the tablet. Shelby groaned, passed it over, and flopped back on the bed face up, looking everywhere but at her mother. She hated when Gina looked at her tablet. Sure enough, the Wi-Fi icon showed no internet connection. So it wasn't just one computer. She gave the iPad back to Shelby. I'm going to check the cable modem and see if it's that. Well, hurry up, okay? Please? Ben's waiting for me. So that was it. Ben and Shelby had just started seeing each other, and Shelby wanted everything to be perfect. I'll do the best I can, Gina promised. She went back downstairs and rebooted the cable modem. After a few minutes, she checked her own computer. Thank God the Wi-Fi signal was back. She headed up the stairs again to tell Shelby, but stopped it right as she got to the door. Shelby was already talking, and not to Ben. I know, Shelby was giggling. We really should. Gina's stomach muscles tightened as she heard Shelby's friend Camille laughing. Why the hell did it have to be Camille? Gina had warned Shelby about that girl more than once. But she's my friend, Shelby had insisted. She's cool, she's fun, she's nice. What's the problem? She manipulates you. She tells you what to think and what to do, and she's vindictive. That's the problem, Gina had replied. You can't tell me who to be friends with, Shelby snapped. And that was the other problem. She was right. There was no way Gina could really force the issue if she didn't want Shelby to lie and sneak around. For now, she stuck her head around Shelby's door so it wouldn't look as though she was snooping. She gave Shelby the thumbs up sign to let her know the internet was working. Shelby stuck her thumb up too, and Gina backed away. She didn't stop thinking about it, though. And the more she thought about it, the clearer it became that there was only one way to protect Shelby. Get rid of Camille. If Camille just left, went somewhere else, she'd be less of an influence. Shelby could make new friends, and Camille would be a distant memory. It didn't take Gina long to come up with an idea. But why now? Shelby complained. I had plans this weekend. Besides, I have schoolwork. Can't it wait? This weekend is when they had an opening, Gina said, and anyway, you've been begging me to take you for a mani-pedi and some spa time. Shelby thought about it for a minute. I guess so, she finally said. Then she brightened up. I really do want to try an herbal wrap. Camille says they're to die for. Not for long, Gina thought. Okay, I'll confirm the time and we'll leave after school on Friday. The rest was easy. On Friday afternoon, Gina smashed one of the back windows to the house. Then she took a few things, including her spare laptop, and put them in the trunk of her car. She'd have to deal with them later. For the final touch, she dropped one of Camille's hair scrunchies on the floor by the window. Then she put suitcases in the car and went to pick up Shelby from school. It wasn't foolproof, of course, but at the very least the police would make Camille's life miserable. She might even get some juvenile prison time. Anything to get her out of Shelby's life. And it wasn't as though she'd be committing murder. It worked perfectly. Shelby spotted the shattered window in the mess first. Mom, I think someone broke in! Gina called the police, and they soon had Camille in their sights. Her lawyer worked hard, but Camille got a few months in juvenile detention, hopefully long enough for Shelby to meet new people. After a month or so, things were going smoothly enough that Gina was almost able to put it all out of her mind. Shelby was even making some new friends, friends that Gina liked and who seemed to be comfortable at their house. After a short time, though, Shelby seemed to lose interest in her new contacts. Kia hasn't been over in a couple of weeks, Gina mentioned one day. Is she okay? She's fine, I guess, Shelby muttered. So what happened? Shelby looked away, then back again. I don't know. We just don't have that much in common. Gina saw the way Shelby seemed to wilt a little. What's wrong? Nothing. Of course. What else would a 14-year-old say? Try again. We're just not hanging out, okay? Shelby snapped. She got up from the sofa and ran to her room. A moment later, Gina heard the door bang. She took a deep breath and headed upstairs. She could hear Shelby talking to someone. No, nobody, Shelby insisted. I'm not hanging out with anyone else like I promised. When you get out, it'll be just you and me, just like you said. Gina's skin felt cold as she heard Camille's laugh from the other end of the conversation. She would have to think of something else. That night at dinner, she asked Shelby, when is Camille getting out? 4 more weeks. When she's out, we should have her over. There'd be lots of time to plan something by then.